Hey there. It's time for me to find a love puppet. Oh yeah. I know there's one around here somewhere. I just have a look at the other side of this rock. If I can get my big ass up here. Oh, there's one. Let's go down and say hello. Oh, that's hot. I know you like it like that. I know you like it like that, baby. Just want to say, hey guys, it's Claus. Yeah! What's this video about? Who knows after watching that intro? Do you have any clue? Well, it's in the title, stupid. This video is about Binocs. It's a serious video about Binocs, and we're going to let Bounce a lot in his Cromwell B this is the game I picked out that illustrates the point. Should you use Binocs or should you use optics? Well, basically, if you cannot get your view range up to the maximum, 445 meters, with optics and the other combination of crew skills or whatever you have, then you should use Binocs. No question. And in the low tiers, it's hard to get your view range up to the maximum with crew skills and optics. So the answer invariably below tier 7 is Binocs. And here's our Cromwell has moved into this bush, and he's going to wait 3 seconds, and that's how Binocs work. 3 seconds and they've engaged, and they've increased his view range, which is decreased by the enemy's concealment factor, but because his view range is so much higher with a 25% boost to it with the Binocs, he can spot enemies up till his maximum view range of 445 meters, the white circle on the map, and he's able to detect them and shoot them from this position. Now, if he had optics, the optics increase your view range 10% all the time, even when you're moving, which is a good thing, but it's not 25%, okay? And maybe only have gotten his view range up to, I don't know, 430 or so, and then that's decreased by the enemy's concealment factor, and his maximum detection range would be less than the white circle on the map, and he would not be spotting some of these guys right now. But the Binocs give you a 25% boost to your view range, so it could get your view range up to like 500. And then that is decreased by the enemy's concealment factor, and then it's capped at 445 as your maximum detection range. So your view range could be a huge number that's way bigger than the maximum, and then that maximum is decreased by the enemy concealment, right? If a tank has 10% concealment, it decreases your view range by 10%, and it's a calculation which ends up being your detection range, which is very, very different than view range. If you have 420 meter view range, it doesn't mean you'll spot anyone 420 meters away. It just means your view range is 420 meters. And then the enemy has concealment, which reduces your view range by a certain amount, and that's your detection range of him. The Binocs give you a 25% boost when you're sitting still. The optics give you a 10% boost all the time. Now, with these Binocs, he's got a 25% boost, and his view range number must be through the roof. Like, it's way above the max. Okay, he's got his view range, I don't even know what it is, but it's probably well beyond the maximum. And then it's reduced by the enemy's camouflage rating because of concealment and the regular tank camouflage factor. And at low tiers, a lot of times that is a very low number because not a lot of people pick concealment as a crew skill. Heavy tanks and bigger tanks do not have very good concealment factors themselves. Like the OI or some of the big tanks may only have like a 0.5% concealment rating, and then they train their crew in repairs. So they basically have no concealment at all, and he can spot people. Watch, his Binocs will engage. No, he's moving. You see, the green circle now is his maximum view range, and he's taking shots at this guy. But now he's still, and boom, you see it's gone to the Binocs have engaged, and he is just shooting these guys. He's detecting them and shooting them. There's no one else detecting them. He's the guy. You notice he's getting all the spotting assist from all these teammates here that are shooting. And the way this game works is you get a shit ton of XP if you're doing the spotting assist, because you get XP for damaging tanks, and you also get XP when your teammates damage tanks that you are detecting. Tanks that they otherwise would not detect. So he's sitting in this position. Let's watch this, okay? He's sitting in there, and he's not detecting anyone. Okay, so he's probably... and there's a guy in the cap. See, the cap is well within his view range circles, but he can't detect the person because of concealment, partly because of these bushes and partly because the tank has a concealment factor. So now his Binocs have kicked in, and he has detected this guy. Look. And hopefully his teammates shoot. If his teammates get any hits, he will get a damage assist. Boom, his teammate got him. Look at that, 69 damage assist for him. Now he's going to detect this guy. He doesn't even have to shoot. Let your teammates shoot, and you will get the damage assist. But his teammates are Muppets, and they're not really hitting him, so he's not getting a lot of damage assist. But he is doing the spotting. He's doing the damage for himself, so he's getting the full XP. If his teammates hit the guy, there he goes. Teammates hit him, he got the damage assist. And now immediately he spotted and he's getting hit, so he's got to get out of there. And his teammates are going to keep shooting. Look at that, he's taking him out. He hasn't really moved. This video is not about whether you should play the game like he's playing the game, okay? You don't have to camp in a bush all game. That's not what I'm saying. Because there's going to be comments, oh, he's such a camper. He's in a Cromwell. He should be driving around. Obviously, he should be using optics. Klaus, you just, why are you showing a camper? You know, like, get a grip. You know, give your head a shake and try and understand what I'm saying here. I'm not trying to tell you that you should sit in a bush all game in a Cromwell B every game with your Binocs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm using this game to illustrate, and hopefully that you'll understand what the difference is and how detection and XP works in the game. He is taking shots here. He's not spotting this guy because one of his teammates is closer. You see that? I don't know why his other teammate is... like, no one's hit anyone except him. But that's besides the point. Okay, the game is going on. Who is spotting that guy way over there? Who is spotting him? It must be his teammate that's moved up. So this has nothing to do with Binocs. Oh, can he take a blind shot and kill him? Yes. Hoo-ha! The reason I'm showing you this video of this Cromwell who sat mainly in this bush the whole game without moving is that he has Binocs. He's also running food. He's got the view range on this thing so high. You can check in the garage when you equip your tank with you can put Binocs on and check your view range. And you could put, you know, food on and check your view range, and brothers in arms and situational awareness and what's the other one? Recon. All those skills, your commander, and your radio operator, and then it'll tell you what your view range is, and that number can go up beyond the maximum. It can go up above 445, which is the maximum detection range. It could get up, you know, 520, 530. Well, you can't actually detect anyone 530 meters away in the game, but if you have view range of, let's make it an even number, 500, and let's just assume there's an enemy that has 20% concealment based on his camouflage and concealment and tank or whatever, right? Then his 20% concealment reduces your view range by 20%. So 500, you take off 20%, 400. You can still detect that guy when he's 400 meters away, even though he's got 20% camo. It's not 20% off 445, it's 20% off 500. See, so having more view range, it's a formula that a lot of people don't get it, and just because you've maxed out your circles there on the map with optics does not mean you have as good detection as someone that's running Binocs. So there you go, that's the explanation. Let's watch the rest of the game here. And basically my advice to you is tier 7 and below in almost every tank you should be running Binocs. Okay? And when you're moving around, who cares? But near the end of the game, you're going to have the huge advantage in detection when you have Binocs. Above that, tier 8, 9, and 10, once the tanks start having, you know, 400, 410 standard view range, and then you can have crew skills, and by those higher tiers you have better crews usually, situational awareness, all that stuff. Then optics, because then you'll have that view range increased even when you're on the move. That's the advantage of optics, but it's not that much of an advantage at the low tiers. It's a much bigger advantage at the low tiers to have Binocs. The amount of XP that you rack up by being the one guy, because you get the game and you and 7 or 8 teammates, you're all sitting in the same bush there, you know, a lot of campers, people that don't know how to play, and you're the guy with the maximum detection range, and when the enemies pop up, bleep, 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 on the map, you're the guy who spotted them all, everyone shoots, and you're the guy that gets all the XP. It's not cheating, it's just smart play. And at the low tiers, running Binocs, you're just going to rack up, without even knowing it, as long as you know to let them engage, you're at the beginning of the game, you're just going to rack up a larger portion of the XP than everyone else who doesn't have them. And that's the simple explanation. And how about that? Did you learn something? You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to say that this is the right type of gameplay for a Cromwell B. It has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with try and explain Binocs versus optics, okay? Do you get it? And victory. He's had a victory. He won. Look at this. Faden's medal. Like, are you kidding? What is Faden's medal? That's a pretty good medal. Pool's medal. A patrol duty, because he did all the detection. High caliber, top gun. He didn't move around very much. He didn't go much farther than the rest of his teammates. Look, he's got over 4,000 damage, 10 kills. You know, it's ridiculous, right? And damage due to player's assistance, 1,200. He got extra XP from that 1,200. And, you know, you can play your tank however you want. You can run Binocs or optics. It's up to you. It's a free world. But I'm telling you, at the low tiers, bigger bang for your buck as far as XP and day-to-day gameplay. Binocs are better, and then optics are better at the higher tiers. There's kind of a cutoff there at around 400 meter standard view range when you should switch over to optics. Usually around tier 8 is when you switch to optics. That's my opinion. And let's hear the comments. Let's hear what you guys think. But great game there. Bounce a lot in the Cromwell B. Nicely done.